Okay, now, so looks like we're either going to our intro. Alright, you want to talk, Nick? Please, gonna teacher you. Alright, so, yep, as you know, the only thing that is going on is that not so it's a Delta Recruit. Today we're gonna do a Romulan. Now, here's the thing about the Romulan. If you want to learn about the Iconian situation and what happened and, why the whole Iconian thing happened, yes, naked Romulan character. The Romulan story actually has a little bit more of the background as to why the Iconians happen. Alright, so... You need not skip the tutorial to the new Romulan Republic character. None of that, you must acquire the Delta Recruitment Tesseract, a transceiver, during this event to be eligible to the Delta Recruit.
What we knew is gone. Our home, our lives, all that we were, dust. Blasted across empty, heartless skies. But we live. Our legacy lives within every ship we fly, upon every world we touch, in our hearts, in yours. There will be challenge. You will know fear, but you will overcome. You will survive and answer vengeance with blood. You will do as you must. Rule cannot be handed to the faithless. Our legacy cannot be lost to villains. Bury the past to face the future. In enemies, find allies. There is no price we have not paid, no loss we have not felt. Our dead world, our long suffering, these are not ends. We are not ended. For your crew, for your people, for this new home, we must face all doubt. We must break the strong who would destroy us and overcome the impossible. We must fight against any and all. We must, we will, for we are Romulan!
Location classified.
This is the point we have pinpointed in your timeline, sir. This is when you go back and give yourself this. You will know what to say. You've already heard yourself say it. Even if it is not exactly right, the time stream will work it out. Just make sure that you give yourself this. It is our best hope for the future of the galaxy. You will return to this exact point in time as soon as you have done what you need to do. The galaxy still needs you, Admiral. Ready?
The youngest of our kind rely on stories to know what our people were like before. Strong, secretive, warlike. We were feared. We were powerful. Then, everything changed. 22 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova. The resulting explosion traveled through subspace to hit Romulus and Remus, our homeworlds. No one could have predicted that would happen, and no one could have stopped it. Millions died. Those who survived were scattered across dozens of worlds. One day we were citizens of one of the greatest powers of the galaxy, and the next, we were just trying to survive. Every day was a struggle if you weren't part of the militant and oppressive Tal Shiar, or ruling everything from on high like Empress Sela. For ordinary Romulans, military victories don't mean much when you're hungry. Life goes on. The Klingons and Starfleet are at one another's throats. The battles light years away don't affect us much. The Tal Shiar are the more immediate threat. They're rebuilding the Empire by force, and pressing anyone they think can help into service. But even they don't seem to know we're here. We've put down roots and found friends. Today we'll celebrate what we've created. With hard work and some good fortune, true Romulans will once again rise to be a power in the galaxy. The first step on that path begins here.
Hold on. Yeah, so you want to bookmark this place? So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's my channel, just got demonetized. Aaron. Okay. Okay, I'd bookmark this place too. Looks okay. Right. So again, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at online character, you'll get a little bit more of the background as to why the Iconians happened.
There you are. The security chief was looking for you earlier. She said there's trouble at the vineyard. Avrak's been filing reports all night about Kellids chewing at the vines.
Okay.
He's really worked up.
He's asking to the girls over. So I'm doing 2 jobs at one time while streaming. Vineyard, that doesn't sound right.
Something must have annoyed them. It's not typical Kellid behavior. With the big celebration tonight, I think everyone's a little overexcited. Even the bugs. You should listen to one of Avrak's messages before you head out there.
Alright, I'll go listen to it.
Interactable items have a glow around them. Walk up and press F to interact with a console.
Please tell me you'll help me. Kellids are in the vineyard chewing through the irrigation pipes, and everyone says they're too busy getting ready for the big party to come and do something about it. There won't be any party if everyone's knee-deep in water by nightfall. Get over here and help me fix this.
Alright, listen to the second message.
When are you coming over here? This is getting ridiculous.
I'm doing cutscenes, baby.
No one. They think these crops just grow without any help from anyone.
Like I said, I gotta do this 4 hours every day. No, nobody sent me any messages except our first lady girl. I guess she's sleeping.
Tending these vines is a lot of work. No one says thank you. No one pats me in the back. They just keep asking for more.
Well, that's what last
John,
night.
look, just get over here and take care of the Kellets, all right? And maybe say thank you for all the work I do to keep these vineyards in shape.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all.
If the Kellids are chewing up the vineyard, you should probably grab a pistol, just in case. I'd join you, but the chief has me looking into some odd comm chatter we picked up yesterday. We'll have to catch up later.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective. Your plasma beam pistol has been automatically equipped. You can practice on the nearby bottles. Select a bottle and then right-click to attack it. Press H to holster and draw your weapon. To sprint, tap the shift key while moving.
I don't know. Alright, this lady right here. Yes, you kind of want to click on her and activate her. Because again, like I said, you're dealing with the Romulan space and Romulan Republic. She will give you history about the Romulan. No, she won't give you history about the Iconian, because that's later in the story when that part kicks in. But after Romulan, from, when the Romulans first started out up till now, she can fill you in. Now, what you saying, Dayton? Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, I'm talking to a lore keeper, that talks about history. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the girl's got a mind in the gutter.
Hey there, ready for the big festival? Working hard? Or maybe you have time to listen to a story or two?
Can you tell me about the dogs at the farm?
Avrak! You're in for a fun day. I'm glad I don't have to deal with him. Anyway, do you want to hear any stories?
Alright, so now I've activated, so we'll come back later. Now here's the thing. You definitely want to see her and talk to her. Because spoiler alert, guess what? This place is going to get destroyed soon. So if you want to get all this extra stuff, yeah, you kind of want to get this done before the so-called party. Because spoiler alert, you're getting ambushed. You got party crashers coming in to crash your party and destroy this place. Yep, party crashers. Yep. Alright, so let's go to the farm. And there he is, screaming and yelling at workers. How dare he?
Finally? Which message? Never mind that either. It's chaos here. I need some help. Normally we collect nectar from the local Kellet insects. But something has driven them into a frenzy. They're chewing on our irrigation system and flooding the vineyard.
I'll start repairing them.
Excellent. The broken pipes are obvious. They're the ones spraying water everywhere. Kellet shouldn't give you too much trouble. A few bursts from your pistol will take care of them.
Yep, I'll handle it. So as you can see, we gotta go into these lines and fix these water pipes. But guess what? There's bugs. Bugs!
combat.
Okay, so he's got it completed.
Well, the flooding has stopped, but if those Kellids come back, they'll just break the pipes again. Something's making the insects go crazy. With bugs this size, that's a real problem. And Navala might be able to help if she's goofing off again. She knows all about Kellids. She's normally down by the greenhouse this time of day. Tell her to stop being lazy and keep these critters contained.
Yeah, I'll find out what she knows.
Good idea. Talk to Navala.
I bet she's just lounging around right now, not even thinking about all the damage being done to my vineyard. No one around here wants to put in a good day's work. Well, except for you.
Yeah, all right, I'll get going. I'll go talk to her. So follow the road right here. Now you're gonna gotta have an angry woman, because guess what? She's not lazy, but Mr. Gurkaholic thinks she's the laziest one.
Just in time. Did you talk with Avrak? He said that I'm what? Lazy? That I've been... Ugh! He's just trying to make me look bad so he can get a promotion. Oh, that's so old-fashioned. Let me tell you what's actually happening.
Yeah, please tell me what's going on here.
The Kellids are going crazy. I've been working all day to keep them out of the residential areas. This aggressive behavior is new, and we need to figure out what's causing it. That means gathering samples from some of these creatures.
I'll see what I can find out.
An item has dropped for you to drop items. Move towards the item and press F to loot it.
Alright, you can get that. Okay, get her the item.
This metal has some kind of fungus growing on it that's similar to the spores we found on some of the Kellid carapaces. It might explain their behavior, but how are they getting infected in the first place? Also, the flying Kellids have never come out of the cavern before. This is so strange.
Something like the happening inside the cavern. I'll go check it out.
You're right. The source of the infection could be somewhere inside the cavern. Head over there and see if you can find out what's aggravating the nest. And be careful.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Okay. Now, do you have dog repellent? You've gotten rid of those dogs. You have dog repellent. Like a hidden option of having dog repellent on you. Oh, look, a bunch of dead creatures. Let's examine them. What the hell is that thing? What is that? Examine the strange machine. Let's go talk to her.
A strange machine and some weird drone things? That is troubling. Someone's been in there. We'll have to let the Maori know about this. It's good you disabled the device, though. Maybe now the Kelids will calm down.
Maybe. Continue.
I took a look at those biological samples while you were gone, but I can't do much more than a basic tricorder scan. It's just not my area. Devex might be able to help. He was an engineer in the Romulan military before the homeworld was destroyed. Now he's helping us with our water supply and anything else that takes more specialized knowledge. You should talk to him.
Yep, let's go talk to the guy. Well, if you're not going to be doing anything, let's jump home. Hey, the girl. Hey, the girl. Like I said, if you're not doing nothing here, let's jump home. Okay, yeah, because I'd already bookmarked it, so... Yep. Yep. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, give me a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I'm multitasking. Yep. Come on. There it goes. Yep. You're all back in the stream. Yeah, go ahead, darken your screen.
What do you need with an old space hound like me?
Share the strange device you found.
I have an idea of what this might be. Maybe. I saw something like this once before, when I was out beyond the Eridon Belt. We responded to a distress call from a mining outpost. When we got there, all the people were just gone, vanished without a trace. The only things we found were a strange beacon and some odd spore samples. These look very similar.
As you can see, because I'm an engineer, engineers lit up. The science and tactical is carried out. I'm an engineer.
Of course. Go forth and analyze. My equipment is all yours to use.
Some missions in Star Trek Online will change based on your career track. Engineering, science, or tactical.
Yeah.
I've only seen fungal biotech like this once before. Remember that mining station that I mentioned? Before we arrived, they reported several disappearances. Some thought it was paranoia, but we had reports that said intruders would beam in right through the colony's magnetic shield, right into someone's quarters, sedate them, and then vanish without a trace. We didn't know what to believe, but I don't think those miners were paranoid. Something did happen to them, and it could happen again.
Your thoughts it's related to the beacon device?
That's what my commander believed. We found a beacon with almost the same configuration as the one you found. We weren't able to get much from it before we shut it down. But the one thing we learned is that the beacon was made by a race that called themselves the Elachi.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Elachi, yes. The only time you really deal with them is when you're dealing with the Romulan. Because the Elachis and the Romulan pretty much hate each other. So, yep. That's why I said if you want to get a little bit more background to what's going on, yeah, make a Romulan character. The only thing that annoys me about the Romulan is, here's the thing. When you finally get to 11, you cannot continue on. You're not joined the Klingon side or the Federation side. I was really hoping that the Romulans could be their own faction and you can, run around as a Romulan, this and everything else. But now, they finally made it to where once you get to 11, yeah, you have to join the Klingon side or the Federation side, and then your story becomes the same, no matter what. So, yeah, almost like Star Wars where, you finally get to level 60 and you're done, and then everything's the same story, no matter what. So yeah, same idea.
We stayed in orbit for a few days, but the Elachi never came back. That's good news for us, seeing that you disabled the beacon you found in the caverns.
What do we do now? Tell Nori what we found?
That's right. He's the man in charge, so he needs to know. I'd be surprised if he doesn't want to send someone down there to analyze that beacon. Could be these Elachi were interested in our colony for some reason. Lucky for us, you were there to put a stop to whatever they were trying to do.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the time my Angel's in my chat. I got the pot out that I'm not watching. Now I'm seeing a black screen. Yeah, I'm seeing a black screen. Okay, so tripping there. I got the pot out. Oh, there it goes. Wow, that was weird. So yeah, Angel, looks like it's working. It seems like it's working. As you can see, I'm pretty much streaming everywhere. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here, he is the co-founder of Dean, just everything else and all. So, there the girl Angel is on. There the girl says hi, Angel. I'll have to put the chat thing in. Hold on, let me add it. Alright, hit sources. Alright, you should be lied.
Hello. Hey, Angel. That's me, the imaginary girlfriend. And I'm good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he said, tell
hope
her
you're
I
doing
said
well.
hi. Oh, she's behaving herself. No, she was not. She was very naughty last night. I had to tie her up.
Lies, lies, lies.
No, I
Lies,
had to do a
lies.
dance show last night, and she kind of fell asleep before I had to go on the dance show. So Mom and Dad was like, where's the girl? And I was like, she's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I do have a question
Sleeping
for you,
away.
Angel. Your channel. He's laughing. Your channel. Now, as you know, the Altaders is mainly a party place where you can go partying. Now, I do know that loot stuff, I'm not allowed to show that. Even though there is a lot of loot stuff in the world, but after the music and the parties, how do you operate? Because, see, my question is, when you try to do Facebook or Twitch, now on Twitch, here's the thing with Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Alright, the thing about Twitch, here's the thing. This button right here, if you turn this button off, it will not save videos. So when you're done streaming, if you are playing, Don Josie, Britney Spears, whatnot, if you turn this button off, yes, even though you're live streaming, yes, your copyright flag will not be kicking in because as soon as you're done streaming, it forgets everything. Now, I kind of wish that YouTube and all these other channels had that ability so you can turn that off. But as for, Dean, my thing is the copyright thing, eh? So far I've not seen no flags that and all, but I do want to show our club and show our club off more often, that I don't want the copyright flag hitting and showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, and here's the thing, Angel, if you add this to your channel and somehow activate this thing, yeah, people like me that, who don't have a DJ license per se, that want to be a virtual DJ, yeah, that right, the copyright thing won't be kicking in just to everything else and all. Because, I don't know if I can show any of my old videos, you know? But, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
if you to somehow put that into your platform,
Can you
and
mute
I've
me?
actually been...
Am I muted?
No, you're not muted. Let me mute you.
Hi, Antje.
Hallo, sorry, dass ich jetzt erst zurückrufe.
Kein
Du hattest
Problem.
bitte früh angerufen
Alright, you're
gehabt,
muted.
als ich beim Arzt saß. Ich habe mich auf einer...
Alright, so you don't got the right strikes. Yeah, because like I said, and here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. See, the other girl that named Lady Girl, yeah, Lady Girl lives in this girl. This is girl she lives. Right now we're actually, so as you can see, we're sitting in our cloud, that's everything else and all, as you can see. And I had to angle it this way, because over this way is something naughty that I don't want to be shown. That, and all that. Yeah, there's a lot of times where I'm multitasking because she's doing something and I'm helping her. But like I said, she lives in this world. So, I like your idea of turning video fading. Well, if you look at it, it saves the space. And if you really look at why, if you got Twitch, here's the thing with Twitch. Twitch did not have the space to, to store videos, this, everything else and all. So, with this here, a lot of people just turn this off and don't have the videos being saved at the end. And here's the other thing. Twitch is now posting, yeah, this is not a Twitch thing, eh? Um, like I said, it's somewhere in the settings, somewhere in the settings. Um, because the thing is, now Twitch is actually activating where, you're allowed, I think it's like 500 or something, this, that, everything else. So, I'll have to take a screenshot, because more than likely, after I'm done, um, and yeah, here it is right here. So as you can see, yes, Twitch has now got a thing where all right, then I'm mute myself just for a second. So yeah, as Twitch has got this thing now, where because again, Twitch does not have the space to save on videos, this, that, and all. So that's going to reason why a lot of people will turn their thing off and not do a video save. But Twitch has got this thing going where once you hit your your limit, your your limit, your yeah, right here, highlight. Your limit. Yeah, once you hit your limit, your yeah, right here, highlight. Your limit. Yeah, once you hit your limit, there. So yeah, right here it's in highlights. That's everything else. So once you hit your, I think it's 500. Now again, most people turn that thing off because they don't care about video. They don't care about saving. That not. Once you hit 500, yeah, it starts popping up this warning that you're at your max. You need to delete blah blah blah. That's everything else and all. To feel free to play music on the. Okay, okay. Yeah, but like I said, I mean, it's an idea for you, and for your platform. Okay. You know, um, Yes, here it is. Deadline's here. So as you can see, yes, because it needs straining, this, that, everything else and all. And here's the thing. Yes, as you can see, I am maxed out, this, that, everything else. So if I want to do any more saving, I can't unless I delete some of these videos, this, that, everything else and all. So that's why a lot of people will just basically, turn the thing off so it's not automatically saving, this, that, everything else. Oh. Alright, I'm going to send this to you so that way you can see it, just everything else. So there you go, Angel. But yeah, like I said, you do this. One, this will save you on your storage space, just that, everything else and all. But yeah, as you can see, channels of the storage limit will have their highlights automatically deleted. So basically, anytime I'm streaming, and let's say I do a really cool thing, just that, everything else and all, well, because I'm at my max, it's not going to get saved, just everything else and all. So I have to delete some of these so that way I can have the storage space available, just everything else. Because again, the idea is, right here is your video storage. The idea is you can have up to 100 hours of highlights, but you have to choose which one. So yeah, I've got my 2 here about the affiliate, that I need gaining my affiliate, set to highlight. But all these others, as you can see, yep, is now waiting to be looked at, set up, and be put into the highlight. So hopefully that helps you, Angel. So like I said, hope that helps you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so let me put this back over here. Alright, so back to the thing. Yes, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I am multitasking between Angel, Data Girl, and Star Trek. I do that a lot. But yeah, like I said, there you go, Angel, because I know video storage. Yeah, video storage is going to be really hard on you, and you're not going to have the space, because especially starting out. If you had YouTube's ability, yeah, you can totally store everything you want. But I know you're starting out, so you don't have the storage space, that's everything else. So if you were to implement something like that, that will save you on your storage, but then, someone who don't care about saving stuff and using it later. So like I said, I hope that helps you. Alright, back to what I was doing. Let's take our timing.
Jolan True. I heard Avrak yelling all the way over here. I'm sorry you had to deal with his problems on our day of celebration.
That's standard. We've got a bigger problem now.
That does sound very mysterious. However, you seem to have taken care of the immediate problem, disabling this beacon and dispatching the drones. You have my thanks.
It's an honor.
I'll assign some engineers to examine the device and set up surveillance on the cave as soon as possible. If what Devek says is true, we don't want that beacon turned on again. Now that's settled, why don't you try to relax for a while? Enjoy the festival. We'll talk again tomorrow after the engineers have finished their analysis of the device.
Contact Tovan Kev by clicking on the Hail Tovan Kev button.
Alright. Alright, so that one side quest we're going to go ahead and take care of. Because once you contact this right down here, it's going to take you to the end story. And spoiler alert, you're an ambush coming. But if you want to find out about the Romulans, talk to this lady right here. She's technically a side quest, but you'll get more information.
Hey there, ready for the big festival? Working hard? Or maybe you have time to listen to a story or two?
Yeah, Return from the Hive. There's a nest down there.
Really? That sounds like a new story in the making. The mystery of the Kellids, or perhaps the Kellid conundrum. I'll have to think about it. We should talk more about it during the festival. Do you want to hear a story or two?
And that is why I did it the way I did it. As you see, yes, you just gave her a story that now she needs to think about and create. Tell me about the origins of the Romulans.
Almost 2,000 years ago, our people were Vulcans. At that time, Vulcan was a world of war, with constant struggles between the tribes. Tesseract changed that. He taught that peace came through logic. And if you ask me, not all Vulcans get that right. Tesseract said that people should master their emotions, not eliminate them. But not everyone on Vulcan wanted to give up love, or passion, or even anger. The Vulcans said these people marched beneath the Raptor's wings.
Continue.
Instead of fighting their own people, these Vulcans decided to leave in an event we call the Sundering. They boarded great colony ships and set out into unexplored space, looking for a home where they could live and feel as they wished. Eventually, those who marched beneath the Raptor's wings found Romulus and Remus. They created an empire. Although we share a genetic bond with the Vulcans, we are our own people. Never forget that. Want to hear another story?
Yeah, tell me about what happened to the planet.
The destruction of Romulus was a terrible thing. We lost our home and our loved ones. We lost our soul. The people who survived were scattered and leaderless. Survival was a daily struggle. There were some fights for control before Empress Sela took over, but I never paid much attention. That Taurus woman was never going to get far. Now Sela and the Tal Shiar are attempting to rebuild the strength of the Romulan Star Empire, but they do so with fear and oppression. Steer clear of them if you can.
Continue.
People like us should just try to stay out of the Tal Shiar's way. Life is more important than politics or power. There are a lot of Romulans who just wander from planet to planet because there's no place to call home anymore. We're lucky to have Viranat. This is a good place. A place to put down roots. Without that, we're just dust, scattered by the winds of fate. Do you want to hear another story?
This colony.
Viranat was a colony world. It used to be a big agricultural planet, growing food for the Empire. After Romulus was destroyed, thousands upon thousands of people flooded the planet. The old cities couldn't hold them all, and they were scared. They started fighting amongst themselves. One night, the cities burned. Most of the survivors left. A few hung on, scrapping old ships and using them as building materials. That's how the Maori found them, about 10 years ago.
Continue.
The Maori was the commander of an old warbird. Navala was his first officer, and Devex the chief engineer. They were wandering the sector, trying to find a new home. When they found Viranat, they decided to stay. Devex kept the old warbird functional, and he used it to make supply runs and bring back other Romulans who needed a home. Navala put herself in charge of security, and the Maori, he runs the whole colony now.
And again, right there, as you can see, yet you just heard the little thing beep saying that there's an old Romulan warbird up in space that is just hanging around. So, yep.
Devex met Tovan Kev in a mining colony a few years back. I think it was 4 years ago. But then again, I didn't come here until 2 years ago, so this is not just information I've heard about secondhand. I actually have a question for you, if you don't want to hear another story first.
Sure, what is it?
When did you arrive here? I know we only have a few hundred people living here, but so many come and go that it's hard to keep track. I'm recording the stories of all the people that live here, you see. And I would love to start yours off with your arrival. Who knows? It could be something that becomes historical in a few years.
Background story. So, yep, I was living here, part of the Norris crew. I was picked up by the dock a few years ago. I've barely been here a year. So I'm gonna do this one right here.
A Devex recruit. Fascinating. We've had some interesting characters come here thanks to him. We should definitely talk more about this over drinks tonight. I would love to know where Devex found you.
I think
there.
that's all.
Ready for the big festival? Working hard? Or maybe you have time to listen to a story or two?
So yeah, that's all of the story. So as you can see, you just started the background story, and because you're the end of the recruit, yeah, you'll notice the recruit thing is there. I don't think it's there when it's not recruitment, but yeah, it was there. So yep, you just said that, yep, you're running the recruit. Alright, so yep, let's do the last part. We've done all the optionals.
Are you done for the day? I'm just finishing up too. I'm going to head back to the restaurant. Meet me for a drink when you're done.
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
Hey there. Long day? I can't believe how far this colony has come. Just look at how much we can accomplish without being ruled by the Tal Shiar. Word is someone named Atan is trying to fight them, but me, I'm content with what we have here. Let's go enjoy the festival.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is your future self you. Okay, I know how this is going to begin. I know this is going to be hard to believe that I'm you. I traveled back in time to visit you because what happened here on this night will be changed forever. Now remember, you just got done talking about Tashiar and Tashiar doing tricks. So you know what? You're a liar. You're a Tashiar trick. Don't you dare call me a Tashiar. The Tashiar are taking so much from me. You will understand later what I'm talking about. But there is a thorn in our side months later. I had some doubts you had now that I was standing where you are. That I assure you, you're the greater person than a thorn here. You found something in the cave today that event will be a herald for everything that's coming in the next few hours. Everything you know will now be changing. It's that future I'm here to tell you about. I'm not sure I'll believe you, but there's no harm in listening to what you have to tell me. Let's get this down to business then. There's a war coming. An ancient race known as the Iconians once ruled areas of space, including this one. They have had the power of the god, technology far beyond what anyone else had. It took all the Iconian enemies rising up against them to defeat them. We thought they was extinct. Now we know we was wrong. They have returned to take back everything that was once theirs. That's where you come in. Why me? I'm not special. You're a hero to the Romulan people, and your deeds are a legend. But more importantly, you have the opportunity to gather intelligence on our Iconian, their capabilities and their possible plans. Throughout your career, you need, us, will benefit from the knowledge I'm giving you today. When the war with the Iconian comes to the galaxy, we'll have a fighting chance thanks to what you'll be learning. That is why I come back, so I will know what to do. Tell everything I need to know now. Now I can't just drop everything on you at once. That will cause a paradox. You will still need to locate these items and these information yourself, but I'll be guiding you. Guiding you how? Take this. This is a Tesseract communication device. It will allow me a one-way communication from the future to you. There will be updates throughout this device as you progress through your career. Check it often. I think I've taken up much of your time, as you must be not late to tonight's festival. Okay, thank you.
You are now a Delta Recruit. You have a unique trait that gives bonus dilithium ore to you and your teammates. As a Delta Recruit, you will be able to earn many additional rewards as you complete later missions.
So now, as you can see, again, you have to pick up this device. If you don't get to this part and pick up this device, when the event ends, you become a regular Romulan, not a recruit. You have to pick up the device and do the thing. So as you can see, yep. Now here's the thing. If you've already got a Delta Recruit, there's nothing new. It's the same reward, same everything. There's nothing new. Just everything else and all. If you've already completed it. Alright, let's go to the festival.
Friends and neighbors, welcome to the tapping. The Kellet nectar has been harvested, the ale is brewed, and we can finally taste the fruits of our labors. And like this fine vintage, our colony has taken time and effort to develop. Since the loss of the homeworld 22 years ago, we have known fear, hunger, and pain. We have struggled. We have overcome every difficulty. We have mourned those who are no longer with us, and we have welcomed new friends into our home. And now we celebrate. The trials are behind us. Virinat is prosperous and growing. We will face new challenges in the future, but we will face them together.
Fireworks! Such beautiful fireworks! Oh wait, what's that?
Get the shuttles ready. You should find Navala and Vorian to help organize the militia. Get as many civilians to safety as you can. After that, we stop whoever or whatever is attacking our home.
It's too late, he's gone. Where are you?
I'm at the shipyard with Devex, and we're prepping the shuttles for evacuation. I don't know what's going on here, but we need to get people out while we can. If you can get a rifle, you can fight your way out. Can you make it?
That shuttle ready. Talk to the security. Okay, now we need to find a rifle. I'll unlock.
some of the Tal Shiar, and then get a replacement battery.
Down on it. Oh, I can idea. I'll take it the rifle.
You can switch between two equipped weapons by pressing Z.
Oh, I've already got the rifle on.
Just keep coming! Get a battery from the marketplace. We need to send out a distress signal. Send the signal. The signal is strong. Get to the shipyard. We're getting out of here. Shuttle is ready. I got as many people aboard as will fit. We have to go.
Congratulations, citizen.
Explosion coming in! We're jamming their sensors! When they get us, they'll think you were causing the explosion!
They're not attacking. Vex showed me how to fly his warbird. We're almost there. Navigation is online, but we need some components to get our weapons and warp drive operational. We'll need both if we want to have any hope of fighting the Tal Shiar.
Our scan shipyard shits around here.
Increase your speed using E. Decrease your ship speed by using Q.
This'll do nicely. We just need a little more salvage.
Use W and S to move up or down. Use A and D to turn left or right.
Weapons are online. Let's test them out on some of these derelict ships nearby. They're not shielded, so we can just use our torpedoes to finish them off.
You must be within 10 kilometers of an enemy to attack it. Use your torpedo to attack enemies who are
Scrap
not
neutronium.
shielded.
We could use that to reinforce the hull of this old warbird. Three more of these should get this hull good to go.
Ship is under attack.
Good shot.
Loot the item dropped by the ship by flying. Warning, ship is under attack.
The Vex would be happy to see this old warbird get some use. I think it's safe to say weapons are fully online. Time to take out the Tal Shiar satellites dead ahead.
Use your plasma beam to weaken shielded targets. Warning. Use your torpedoes on enemies when their shield is down. You must be out of combat to hail Tovan Kev. The red alert message at the top of your screen will appear if you are in combat.
Great. All systems are go and full impulse is back online. I'm picking up a distress signal nearby. It must be people from the colony. More colonists managed to escape the surface. The distress signal is close. Searching. There! We have to help them!
Activate full impulse by...
Turn off full impulse. There's a Tal Shiar drone dead ahead.
Ship is under attack. Hover your mouse over a weapon, and its firing arc will be shown around your ship in space.
I'm back on the bridge, and I figured out how I can improve our torpedoes. Just give me the order, and I'll get started. Scanners are picking up more colonists in Tal Shiar nearby. We have to rescue our friends.
Get Eddie on the bridge.
Activate high-yield torpedo by clicking on the icon or pressing Alt and 1. Warning, ship is under attack. High-yield torpedo will increase the power of your next torpedo attack. Target's shields have failed.
Thank the elements. We thought we were done for.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
I think it's safe to say we're a fully operational ship. I'm getting an alert. There's another distress signal coming in from one of the colony's shuttles. We can do a short-range warp jump to get to them. Do you want to go now, or stay here to wipe out any other incoming drones? They look like they'll be coming in to do sweeps in the area.
No, let's go.
There aren't any colonists here. Just this strange ship. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's gigantic. Engineering reports that the ship has scanned us, but they're not responding to my hails. What should we do?
Stand into, they are.
Warning, ship is under attack.
They've done something to the ship. Nothing is responding. I can't even warp us out of here. I think I might be able to get a comm channel up to hail them. What do you want me to do?
Open a channel and asking what are they doing.
We're getting a reply. They seem to be rearranging our words and sending them back. Listen.
Okay, let's listen. Okay, whatever.
I'm picking up another ship. This one is Tal Shiar. It's decloaking.
Let's get ready for the fight.
So the Alachi were right. A handful of pitiful Romulan refugees managed to escape. When will you colonists learn that no matter how far you run, you cannot escape your obligations? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Colonel Hakiv of the Tal Shiar. On behalf of the Romulan Star Empire, I hereby lay claim to this colony and all of its inhabitants. Surrender now, and I will ensure that you serve us in the way you are most suited. Fire weapons at will!
This is Tamara of the Romulan Republic. Tal Shiar vessel. Stand down immediately.
Tamara! How fortunate! I can destroy both
shields have failed.
My eye! So the insect has managed to sting me. You think you won? This is not the end. Even now, more of my ships are on their way. And the next time, you won't have anyone to protect you.
Don't cross my path again.
I am Tamar, commander of the Romulan Republic. We picked up your distress signal while on a mission in a nearby system. I would say we arrived just in time given your ship's condition. Who are you? And what happened here? I am truly sorry. This is not the first time I've heard a story like this, and I fear it will not be the last. And these Ilachi creatures, they are troubling. We need to know more about them and why they're working with a snake like Hakim. As I said, I'm with the Romulan Republic. You may have heard of us. We are not the terrorists the Tal Shiar make us out to be. With our leader, Datan, we are working to gather survivors of the destruction and fight the tyranny of the Tal Shiar. We have a flotilla nearby. If you're interested, we would welcome you and your friends to join us there.
I'll help you.
I appreciate your willingness to do what's right. I'm transmitting the coordinates of our flotilla to your ship now. When you arrive, we can repair your vessel and work out our next move. Thank you again. I'll make sure you won't regret your decision.
My honor, then.
I don't know how I feel about this, but I guess signing with Tamar is better than risking death on our own. And he did help us out with the Tal Shiar. The coordinates are loaded up whenever you're ready to go. I think the colonists we rescued are eager to get someplace safe.
Yep, let's go to the flotilla.
Greetings. I am Sub-Commander Nadell, assistant to Commander Tamar. Please follow me to the Commander's quarters. There is much to discuss. Commander, our guests have arrived.
Excellent. I'll get them up to speed. There is much to do.
I'll be glad to show one of you around, while the other stays and talks with Tamar.
I'll take the tour, and then meet you back on the ship when you're ready.
Greetings. I hope all is going well with you.
I'm here to join the fleet.
Good to see you and Tovankev made it to the flotilla of the new Romulan Republic. To be brief, we are a group that was founded by Datan to combat the tyranny of Empress Sela and her Tal Shiar. Our goal is to unify the shattered Romulan people under a new democracy instead of Sela's tyrannical rule. There is much to do, however. I can answer any questions you may have.
Where did Datan go in the Republic?
Ha! What hasn't Datan done? He has quite the long history. The short version is that he desires to see the reunification of the Vulcans and the Romulans. Before that can happen, though, Datan wants us to find a new homeworld, reconcile with the Remans, and end the centuries of oppression beneath the Tal Shiar. We're Romulan, and after all that's happened, we still have our pride and our cultural heritage. We need to be able to approach the Vulcans as equals, not as refugees looking for charity. Did you want to know anything else?
Datan wants to unify the Romulans and the Vulcans.
That's right. He dreams of a day when our two people are united. Well, three, counting the Remans. Detan was inspired by Ambassador Spock, who first began the movement. When he was a child, Spock was working on Romulus with the reunificationists, and he was Detan's teacher. The Tal Shiar actively opposed reunification, and Spock and his people had to keep their movement hidden, working with allies and meeting in secret. It's been an uphill battle for Detan, but he won't stop until he sees the Vulcans, the Romulans, and the Remans reunited and at peace. Is there anything else?
What is your role here?
I am the commander of this fleet. No actions happen without my approval. Before this, I worked in intelligence for the Romulan military, which allowed me to learn more about the Tal Shiar. I couldn't stomach the thought of working alongside of them. Detan approached me one day and said he needed someone to organize a defense against the Tal Shiar. I accepted before he could finish his sentence. Is there anything else?
No, it's all ready. Let's see what happens next.
What's next is that you receive our uniform and get a tour of the flotilla. After that, you'll receive your first assignment. However, you must understand that by joining us, you mark yourself as an enemy to the Tal Shiar. Hakiv and his people will see you as a threat, and there isn't anything they won't do to stop you. Are you ready to accept that?
Yep, I'm in.
Good. You should get yourself down to Lieutenant Delatham. You can get a uniform from him if you want to change out of those civilian clothes. You can also have your ship modified. We can't get you into a more powerful vessel yet, but we can change the appearance of your ship if you want. When you're done, return to your ship. I should have your first assignment ready and sent to your ship by then.
Yep, we're getting all of these.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Alright.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
Nice to meet you. Everyone has heard about you. I'm sorry you had to go through all that, but we're trying to, that's what we're trying to stop. Someday settlements like Thera will be safe. I'm the tailor, which means I can alter your appearance. On the ship till I can help you change the interior and exterior of your ship. Yep. Basic Romulan warlord.
Remember, your objective locations can also be found on your compass as well as your minimap.
And this person right here is the temporal one.
Jolan True. Is there something Romulan Temporal Defense can help you with today?
What is the temporal defense?
I am Sub-Commander Kale of the Romulan Temporal Defense Department. We've established this department in order to preserve the events that formed the Romulan Republic. There are many points in the past that some Romulans want to change. The destruction of Romulus and Remus being just one of them. Of course, changing these events could erase everything we have earned. We would be reduced to being ruthless spies, still ruled by the Tal Shiar. We in Temporal Defense can advise you in any matter dealing with time travel.
Encounter.
A temporal encounter, I take it?
Yeah, I met an individual in our realm. They claimed to be neat in the future, and they even wore an admiral uniform. And they told me to visit you if I had any doubts.
I can do a scan for chronoton radiation. That will tell us everything we need to know.
Seems like a distraction.
I am picking up some light chronoton radiation on you. You were exposed to someone from the future, it seems. But not too far. By these readings, I'd say a maximum of 18 months from the day you encountered them.
Didn't she say that I was an admiral, level?
It's not out of the question. The Romulan Republic is in need of flag officers, and I can see capable leaders being promoted through the ranks quickly.
Well, the person gave me this device.
This looks to be a Tesseract-based receiver. Where did you get it?
My future self gave it to me.
I see. I've heard of these. Old rumors talk about a Starfleet captain having one. Admiral Archer, I think, when he was captain of the Enterprise. These are used to send back information, and in some cases physical objects, from the future. I believe if you were to do specific tasks that benefit the future, items useful to you could be sent back in time for you to use.
I see.
Jolan True. Is there
goes.
something Romulan Temporal Defense can help you with today?
So yeah, after you talk to him, as you can see, I got the level 20 so I can do anything. I'm the Delta Recruit. How do I claim my rewards? So use the Tesseract in your inventory and recruit. Yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, before I do this next part, I need to go to the bathroom. So I'll be right back. I have got to go to the bathroom. That's it, aging. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back again. I'm gonna go get a refill of my tea. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, and I heard you say you're back. You don't sound so good. Check to see who the other character is. I think I'm at the same spot. Yeah.
If we're going to have a chance at breaking away from Sela and the Tal Shiar, we need allies.
We're in the same spot. So, yeah, as you can see with the dice. So again, like I said, you have to see your future self, craft this dice. Now the other character, I'm just gonna delete this, that, and all. But again, spoiler alert. if you want to get a little more background as to why the Arcanians are showing up, why the Arcanians are doing their thing, yes, Naked Romulan character. The only thing that annoys me is when you finally get to 11, you have to choose to join the third side or the Klingon side, which is annoying. This, that, and all. Now, me, I'll have this guy basically join the third side, because sadly, my third side is completely completed, whereas the Klingon side, now we're still trying to, get things unlocked, this, that, and all. So, yeah, this guy will be joining the third side. So, yeah. Alright, so let me go ahead. So, what you doing now, little girl? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so... Okay. No. Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
Greetings. I have new orders for you. If we're going to have a chance at breaking away from Sela and the Tal Shiar, we need allies. There are a lot of little settlements like yours out there. We're in contact with some of them, but we're always reaching out to try to make new alliances. I've heard that a group of Romulans has taken up residence in a Suliban helix in the Beta Quadrant. I'd like you to visit them. Feel them out, help them if you can. But most of all, find out if they would be willing to join Titan in his search for a new homeworld. Greetings. I have new orders for you.
To plot a course to your next mission.
So, yep, like I said, if you want to get more of what's going on, yep, definitely make a Romulan character. The only thing that's annoying is when you get to 11, you have to choose to join the third side or the Klingon side. Yes, this guy will be joining the Klingon side because I've got the third side because my third's completed. My Klingon side, no, not enough. And if you also notice, yes, he's a Borg, a liberated Borg. Now, the only way you can get a liberated Borg is to the lifetime number. That's the only way to become a liberated Borg is to the lifetime number. And yes, we got super speed at good time, slow folks. So, yeah. Okay.
We've arrived at the Helix, but we're not the only ship here. A tall Shi'ar warbird is approaching from the direction of the primary structure. They haven't raised shields yet, but their weapons are online. Wait, they're hailing us. Your orders?
They gotta say.
To the person in command, be advised, you are in violation of Tal Shiar Security Order 63-R. Your vessel is operating in this area without authorization. Identify yourself immediately, or your actions will be considered hostile. You don't want that kind of trouble.
Here, Tal Shiar.
Tal Shiar has the authority to track down terrorists that threaten the Romulan Star Empire, no matter where they try to hide. And don't bother with deception. Our records indicate a warbird with your ship's designation was decommissioned years ago. We've already identified you. Stealing military property is a serious crime. Care to explain, Commander?
Channel ratios, get red alert.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Contact the Helix.
We plead for mercy. There are only civilians on the Helix. We don't have much more than we can scavenge from the cell ships. As we told the other Tal Shiar, there are no terrorists here. The Cabal are long gone. Take whatever scrap you need, but please stop taking our people.
You let them in.
The Helix originally had hundreds of connected cell ships that could support up to 3,000 people. It and other similar stations were constructed after the destruction of our homeworld. This Helix was abandoned decades ago for unknown reasons. My people are nomadic, and so we've returned to salvage what we can. So far, we've survived by trading scrap from the station for supplies. We plead for mercy. There are only civilians on the Helix. We don't have... Told the other Tal Shiar, there are no terrorists here. The Cabal are long gone. Take whatever scrap you need, but please stop taking our people.
We're not here to rob you.
Then why are you here? We don't have much to trade, and we don't want any trouble.
We're looking to Romulan refugees.
There are a few Romulan refugees hiding within the Helix. They said they needed temporary shelter and would be leaving soon. We meant no harm. How were we to know they are wanted terrorists? Please just take them with you and go.
We're not with the Tal Shiar.
Your actions speak for your true goals. If you help us by repairing the Helix arm structures, then we'll help you get the refugees to your ship. But hurry. We're in jeopardy every moment you remain here.
I will repair your arms. Got lots of thirst.
More Tal Shiar have entered the system. Please help us.
Romulan battle cloaking devices can be used in combat, but your weapon systems and shields are disabled while it is active.
And there's one cloak tail.
For the Empire! One more to go. As soon as Delta is connected, we can negotiate a transfer.
And there's your thirst clear right there. So yep, there's your thirst clear. So after Delta Recruit, you will be doing these little things. When you see these little optionals, guess what? You need to do these little optionals. To scan the Iconian intonation.
The Suliban have a great deal of information provided to them during the temporal Cold War, but not much on the Iconians. By the 28th century, the Iconians have mostly disappeared from history. I wonder where they went.
Okay. So there. So as you're playing, you'll see these little side options. You have to do these to get information. Yeah, so let's go ahead and restore the last arm.
More Tal Shiar ships are entering the area.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Attacking enemies will build your singularity level. The higher your singularity level, the more damage it will deal.
You'll die for your crimes, rebel.
Target's shields have failed.
Now that the arms are restored, we've located the refugees. They are being moved to a centralized location so you can get a transporter lock. We've explained the situation to them, but a representative for the group is asking to speak with you.
Hey, put them on screen.
Kayan informs me that we're being transported to your vessel. We realize that we can't stay on the Helix, but we have no intention of being forced into servitude. The Tal Shiar already destroyed our home. All we want is for you to leave us on an uninhabited world, or someplace we can hide and try to rebuild our lives.
You see, Titan, is getting his guard.
We've heard of Titan. We've also heard rumors that he's plotting a revolt against the Tal Shiar. Going to him sounds more dangerous than staying here.
Would you rather be captured?
I know I'm out of options. That doesn't mean I have to like it. I don't know why the Tal Shiar are abducting our families, but we can't afford to lose anyone else. How about I make you a deal? You personally guarantee that my friends will be safe at Titan's fleet, and I'll work for you. I've served as a science officer on multiple civilian vessels. I can help you. I can't run anymore. If I need to fight the Tal Shiar to keep my friends safe, that's what I'll do.
Now here's another side mission. Yes, your number one that you're looking for you is asked that you ask around, because his sister is missing. So, this is like a side option, which each time you do, you will be given an influence to him. So let's ask if the sister's near there.
Rina Kev. No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Alright then, we'll be in your board.
All the refugees are aboard, but there's more trouble. A Tal Shiar battleship, the IRW Koval, has entered the system. They're hailing us, and they're asking for you by name. Remember, they're not here to be friends.
Nope, let's put them on screen.
You are ordered to stand down. You are wanted for questioning by the Tal Shiar. Lower your shields and surrender your vessel and crew, or prepare to face the consequences.
You're the corrupted people.
Your actions speak for themselves. You'll answer for the destruction you've caused today. Remember, you were given a chance to surrender.
Put the channel, power the shield, red alert.
I recommend using our cloaking device to get close enough for a sneak attack.
So yeah, we're basically a level 1, and shit is basically a level, like, 12. So, yeah. Now, I'm on purposely flanking now. Because if you try to go forward and then uncloak, yeah, their forward weapons are pretty strong. But if you get down on their sides or near their back side or the side, yes, guess what, you can do some serious damage to them.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed. Don't forget that many locations allow you to click the Beam to Ship or Depart System button next to your mini-map to leave your current map. If you're playing a mission or episode, be sure all of your tasks are complete before clicking this button.
Tell them we're sorry. We simply have no way to protect them. Hopefully they'll find refuge with your fleet. Our best hope now is to cooperate with the Tal Shiar and tell them that you have taken the refugees.
What will you be doing in the meantime?
We can't offer much, but I'll tell other Suliban that Titan's fleet is standing up to the Tal Shiar. I'm also sending you the contact for a friendly local trader in case you need salvage or have goods to sell. But please, keep our involvement discreet. And please go. Leave now before more Tal Shiar arrive.
Thank you, and I will see you later.
Cayenne closed the channel. He's right. They'll be lucky if the Tal Shiar let them live. We should leave and report back to Tamer. Some of the refugees we brought aboard may have Starship experience. If we're expecting more trouble, we'll need some help on the bridge.
Yeah, let's leave the system.
Allow you to remotely hail your contact by clicking on the
We'll
hail
give the
icon
refugees a
along the
good
right
home.
side of the
They'll
mission.
be safe, and we'll do all we can to help them. This is just the start. We won't stop until we're on a new world, one of our own.
Yet we'll be getting experience points and I'll be getting a Celadon carrier to help out.
Greetings.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Alright, let me see if I've done my thing yet. No, I still got 31 minutes left. Really? Yeah, Data Girl, 31 minutes and then I can call it. Alright, Crossroads.
Many Remans settled on Craterus after the fallout from Shinzon's rebellion. While they were safe from the destruction of Romulus and Remus, Craterus is a bleak world, with little in the way of habitable land. There are ample mineral deposits, which the Remans mine and sell for food and other necessities, but their lives there are harsh and unforgiving. Anyone who could survive on Craterus for as long as the Remans have, has strength. We could use that strength in our search for a homeworld, and I know the Remans have no love for the Tal Shiar. Go to Craterus, talk to the Remans, show them we are sincere and that we need their support. Greetings. I have new orders for you.
The Tal Shiar are approaching Craterus, and they've already engaged a group of Reman vessels in orbit. The Remans are sending out a general distress call. We have to help them.
Hail them.
Decimus. 20 vessels in position. There has been an unprovoked assault on our colony by Shiar agents. They've attacked our morning pool. We're suffering heavy losses. Please, we need your assistance.
Put on the channel to the Tesseract ship.
The Decimus is too heavily damaged. They can't respond to our hails. They won't last much longer if we don't help them.
Alright then, turtle weapons.
Press Alt and Spacebar to fire all weapons, energy, and torpedoes. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Lead the way. We'll follow your attack vector and provide support fire.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
The Decimus is nearby and it needs our help. They're losing structural integrity.
Thank you for your assistance. We're continuing emergency repairs, but most of our major systems are offline. The Tal Shiar sent detachments to the surface, and our colony is not responding to hails. With our transporters down and shuttle bay damaged, I cannot send a security team to investigate. The Tal Shiar have never been so bold. How can you be so certain? It doesn't make sense. They've left us alone for years. What would they gain by destroying our home? We keep to ourselves and we do not challenge the Tal Shiar.
With all due respect, we've seen this before. The Tal Shiar destroyed our colony on Virinat without warning. If we don't get your people off Craterus immediately, they'll be defenseless when the invasion force arrives.
He's telling the truth.
Invasion force? We aren't in any position to begin an evacuation. The head of our fleet, Obisek, and most of our ships are on maneuvers out of the system. They can't possibly return in time. Until we re-establish communication with the colony, our priority must be to protect the people on the surface.
You'll notice the name Obisek. Yes, remember that name. That name is very popular because he is the Renan leader to the Renans, if that no. And throughout the mission, as a Romulan, you'll be running into him just everything else and all. Now, there is a chance where you can help him, but there's also a chance where you can arrest him and turn him over to the Tesseract. But yeah, Obisek, yep, he's the leader of the Renan people.
Find Zden. He will help you. He resides near the communication tower on the outskirts of the colony. If we re-establish communication, then we can formulate a plan.
I will find him.
Choose your away team for your next mission. Your choices for who will be on your away team will grow as you recruit more bridge officers.
extends to the northwest, near a force field. If planetary communications are disabled, you'll need his help to bring the transmitter back online. We'll do our best to keep more Tal Shiar from beaming down, but I can't promise we'll be able to stop them.
Acknowledge.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Thank you, stranger. I don't understand why this is happening. You're obviously not with the Tal Shiar. Why are you here? What do you want?
The commander sent us to help you.
Commander Kai, good. Follow me and then explain what's going on. We should get inside the security field before more Tal Shiar arrive.
Right behind you.
Follow me. We need to know more. It's clear that our colony is under attack, but why are the Tal Shiar doing this? Why attack Craterus? What are they after?
It's an invasion and they're taking your people.
There's no reason for the Tal Shiar to attack Craterus. We've been an established colony for over 23 years. We were given permission to settle here by Donatra. Why would the Tal Shiar attack a colony of their own people?
So the rumors are true! I told you, Father. The Tal Shiar have declared war on our people. They're going to kill us!
Ain't you not interested in abducting people for some reason?
It doesn't make any sense. We aren't a threat to the Tal Shiar. What do they have to gain? They can't do this without anyone noticing.
Worry about that later. We need to evacuate.
Evacuate? We must inform the Council. Who is going to listen to my order to evacuate? Obasek isn't here. He left Kai in charge. Why doesn't he give the order to evacuate?
Tal Shiar knocked out the communication device.
That explains a lot. When we couldn't reach anyone, Slamek said he was going to check on the transmitter. He hasn't come back yet. We should find him and see if we can get communications back online.
Any other way of going to rest colony?
Without the transmitter, we'll have to start contacting colonists individually. The word will spread, but it will take some time. Obviously something is going on, but I'm not the one to order an evacuation. The fleet or the council should make that determination.
I'll then start contacting people. We'll go check on the transmitter.
You'll need help. If you're going out to the transmitter, I'm going with you. Maybe we can find Slamek there.
Appreciate the help.
Farrell, you should stay here. Let these people handle this. We don't know the whole story yet. We need more information. We need to know what the Tal Shiar want. At least stay behind the security field until we hear from the Council.
Either way, we gotta lead.
Father, you can see what the Tal Shiar have done. These people need my help to get the transmitter working again. We'll take some weapons and armor before we leave. Don't worry, I can handle myself.
Hey, let's go.
Press the U key to view your status or the status of your ship and bridge officers. This is your character. Here you can see your equipped items and devices. You can also view your ship's equipment. Equip your bridge officer by selecting them and then double-clicking an item in your inventory.
You have to be all here. You won't run into too many of them. You go around the corner, you'll see somebody. And there he is. He is too right here, he always says.
Veral, you found me before those things did. I tried to repair the transmitter, but it was pointless. As you can see, the controls are completely destroyed. But it looks like you found some new friends.
We can bypass the transmitter controls.
Didn't you hear me? The controls are destroyed. The transmitter is worthless.
Yes, I heard you, but on the here.
Slamek, you're not helping. What if we set up a bypass relay? If it works, we might be able to control the transmitter dish from Zed's shuttle, or even our secondary console at home.
Yes, like turn that tricorder.
It's possible, but I don't think it would work.
Okay, we need to try something.
Slamek! Try to set up a bypass relay for the controls. If you can get it working, then we'll head back to my father and see if we can access the transmitter from there.
No further use. Examine the control.
Where are those things coming from?
told you it probably wouldn't work.
Hey, let me try to contact. Static.
We should go back to my father and see if he's heard any news.
Agree, follow me.
Look up! We gotta get out of here now!
What kind of ship is that?
And there it is. Yep, the launches are attacking.
We don't know. It attacked our colony on Viranet.
And now they're attacking here. We need to warn other colonies.
Believe it or not, that's what we're trying to do.
Yep, and just like that, the shields are gone.
Were you able to repair the primary transmitter? I set up a portable transmitter relay and gathered as many neighbors as I could. I'm glad you found Slavic.
We need to evacuate immediately.
I'm not going to argue. Our security field is down and the Tal Shiar are attacking the colony. Hopefully everyone who hasn't already heard the message will realize what's happening and evacuate. There are more people on the outskirts of town. If I can get to them in the shuttle, I may be able to
Watch
get
where
them
you're
safe.
shooting. We need those shuttles.
Yeah, copy and everybody get first, yep.
Please,
We're gonna
take
need a
Feral
new
with
plan.
you. I'll take Slamak with me to help scan for survivors.
Yeah, go on to
Father, I should go
the
with you. It took me weeks to repair the shuttle's drive system. If something goes wrong, you'll meet me there.
Alright, let's go.
You'll be safer on their ship. Slamak can help me if we run into trouble. I'll broadcast the coordinates to every shuttle within range once we're in the air. Now go. We need to look for survivors.
Hey, beat them up.
Were you able to repair the primary transmitter? You'll be safe.
There is life. There is hope.
Let's be now.
Gauge the Tal Shiar and is forming a wedge so we can get the shuttles to the beacon. The shuttles will be relying on us for protection. Without our help, they'll never make it out of here. Zeden's shuttle was one of the ones that made it to the ship. He's hailing us.
Open the channel.
We're in position and ready to make a run for the beacon. Is my daughter safe?
She's aboard. She's faithful though.
I'm making myself useful. The singularity core on this ship is practically an antique. I'm keeping an eye on the power levels to make sure we don't blow apart in combat. Don't forget to put all the shuttle's power into the shields.
Don't worry, my child. It was the first thing Slamak did. When we reach the beacon, we'll await the signal to warp to the rendezvous point. Once we're all safe, you can transfer back to the shuttle.
Gotta go to the beacons.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shield has failed.
All ships fall into formation.
The alien spaceship?
We're reading an unknown ship near the beacon. It appears to be a battleship. If it attacks, our ships will be completely outmatched. Are you able to scan the vessel or determine its armaments?
No, but we've seen this ship before.
They're emitting some sort of passive scanning field. We cannot get a weapons lock, and our singularity core power levels are fluctuating.
I'm noticing the same power level variations. The field is definitely emanating from the enemy vessel. If I tap into the beacon's controls, I may be able to send a high-frequency proton burst that should disrupt the field long enough to get a weapons lock.
I thought the dirt on the mark.
Sending proton burst.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
Help! We're being boarded!
Try to stay behind the enemy ship. It has a deadly frontal assault weapon.
It's not exactly easy when it keeps jumping around.
No response.
I've scanned the shuttles, sir. They've taken everyone. Everyone. Even my...
Ow, what did we miss?
Logs show that a cruiser warped in during the fight with the battleship, stayed at long range, and then decloaked briefly. They warped away less than a minute later. Ugh, they must have taken the colonists from the shuttles while we were in combat.
I'm sorry, Dale.
We have to go after them. We need to track their trajectory and follow them. They could still be alive, and we can catch up if we hurry.
Yeah, they need date on their heading.
Nothing. There was too much interference from the battleship. I wish I had better news, but we have more pressing matters. The Decimus is hailing us, and we need to get out of this system while we still can.
On screen.
We're aware of the situation, but we have set a course for the rendezvous point immediately. There are other Remans there who will need our protection. After we regroup, we will have time to fully understand what has happened here, and to mourn our losses.
Join the Dawn's fleet. We're stronger together.
We appreciate the offer, but that isn't my call to make. I'll relay your offer to Obisek and the rest of the fleet. But for now, I think it would be best if we go our separate ways. When we understand more about what the Tal Shiar are after, perhaps that will change. Thank you for your help. I know you tried your best.
Good luck, Klingon.
I don't need anyone's permission. I'm coming with you, and we're going to find my father. In the meantime, if you expect to keep a ship this old from blowing apart at the seams, you're going to need an engineer. Good thing I'm here.
All right, welcome aboard, engineer.
I think we've done everything we can here. We should report what happened to Tamer. We can leave whenever you're ready.
We will reach out to the Remans, but it will be difficult to get over centuries of mistrust and abuse. Perhaps if this Obasek is willing to speak to us directly, it might make a difference. I know you did your best to help them, and that the attack could not have been anticipated. I'm very concerned about this sabotage you reported, however, and that the culprit was never found. The Remans may very well have a Tal Shiar operative in their midst. We will not win every battle, but we will win the war. Count on that. Sholan True. Greetings.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
There is a space station in the Gasco system that we think would be a fine addition to our group. If they agree to join us, we will have an additional base for our militia ships, as well as a supply depot that could make a big difference when we begin construction of a colony. I know there is a group of refugees there. Some of them have been there for years, but they've also had a wave of new residents, including a new commander. I'd like you to go to Gasco and feel out the situation. If you think they'd be a good match for us, you are authorized to extend them an offer. Greetings. I have new orders for you.
We've entered the Gasco system. According to our intelligence data, the Empire built this station in the late 23rd century, but abandoned it later when the region was no longer strategically important. Word is some refugees are living in the station now. You know the drill, right? Go to the station, preach the good news, get them on our side. Easy.
Getting docking codes now. They've opened a channel.
I'll put them through.
You are cleared for docking.
Documentation.
Welcome to Gasco Station. Our commander has assigned Towal to escort you while you're here. Please speak to him when you're ready to leave the transporter room.
Understood. So, what data room? You said something. Here, talk to the commander.
Good to have you here. We heard about you from the people who lived at the old Suliban Helix. The station commander has requested that I escort you to his office. Are you ready to go?
Actually, I'd like to talk to some colonists here first.
I don't see anything wrong with that. But you should know, however, that the colonists here are happy with the way things are. You'll have a hard time trying to convince them of your cause. But you're welcome to try.
Is there a woman here? A sister?
Irina Kev? No, there's no one by that name on this station.
Thank you. Talk to the colonist.
Why fight the Tal Shiar? Just stay out of their way and you'll be fine.
Datan? I've heard about him on the news. If you ask me, he sounds like trouble.
You can't fight the Tal Shiar. That's crazy talk.
We don't want the Tal Shiar to attack here like they did at Craterus.
You're with Datan? Look, I don't want any trouble. I can't talk to you.
Are you crazy? The Tal Shiar would wipe us out in an instant if we fought them.
We don't want any trouble. Please, just leave us be.
Do whatever you want with the Tal Shiar. Just leave us out of it.
You're crazy if you think anyone wants to fight the Tal Shiar.
Look, I'm a doctor. I'm not interested in this war.
Colonists here aren't eager to fight the
Especially if it means
Tal
more
Shiar.
people in
Why
sick
would they
bay.
be? You might have better luck talking with the commander of this station, though. He has more backbone than most of the people around here. We'll go through engineering. That's the quickest way to the administration area.
You're going down to the administration level, right? I think my brother's being held down there. His name is Hiven. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He talked back to one of the new guards yesterday, then he was thrown in the prison. You have to help him, please.
His brother was making insane accusations and causing trouble. He kept saying that one of the guards was with the Tal Shiar. That guard's entire family was killed by the Tal Shiar. He didn't appreciate it, and a fight broke out. Both the guard and this man's brother are in the brig. If you'd like, you can visit them after you're done talking to the commander. The commander's office is just ahead.
Welcome. It's good to meet you. I've heard so much about Titan's fleet and their fight against the Tal Shiar. I know you're here to offer us a chance to help, but perhaps there's a counter-offer you'd be willing to hear.
Counter-offer? What do you mean?
So good to see you again,
And let's see what it is.
It's time for
Yep, the
us
whole
to
station's under
talk.
Tal Shiar control.
Surprised? You've been one step ahead of the Tal Shiar, but now your time has run out. Gasco Station belongs to us. Soon the Helix will be ours as well. Your little rebellion is coming to an end. I hope you enjoyed your tour of the station. You and your friends are going to be here for a very long time.
Stop that, Hondik.
Don't resist. Make this easier on all of us. You and your crew will spend some time in our brig. But if you do as you're told, you could be released. Maybe even work with the Tal Shiar. There's no reason for there to be any more violence today. The Tal Shiar just want to help us. If you choose to defy us, I will be forced to order my men to fire.
No, come with me, Tal Shiar. Wrong, evil, cut the people.
As much as I would like to believe you, what hope does Titan have? You and your group have no government, no real laws, no place to live. The Tal Shiar can give me and my people all of that and more. I'll ask you one last time. Stand down, and no one will get hurt.
Can't do that. We won't stop fighting.
Enemy targets on sensor.
We should free any prisoners, and then get out of here.
Use the B key to toggle between shooter mode and RPG mode.
And there is the Delta device right there.
There are multiple references to the Iconians in these Tal Shiar files. Akiv, in particular, seems to have a great interest in them. There are also references to Taris, who was Praetor before Sela came to power. Taris has been missing since the overthrow, but she is not in some Tal Shiar prison. They are still looking for her.
Warning. Intruders present in Gasco Station. All personnel, please seek shelter.
You're with Titan's group. I heard about you. My name is Heaven. I'm the only one left who will stand up for what's right. And look where it got me. The Tal Shiar took over the station a few days ago. I think it was right after you guys helped those people in the old Suliban Helix. A few of us resisted and got thrown in prison. I'm the only one left alive. You have to get me and my brother out of here.
Don't worry, go have them beanball.
We've got a problem. Someone in the station activated a magnetic shield. It's blocking all of our attempts to use the ship's transporters. We had civilians who were trying to get to the ship, but now they're stuck too. We need to get to that transporter room, shut down the shield, and save any civilians that need our help.
If we want some more firepower, we can grab some equipment the Tal Shiar were using.
Alright, let's do that.
Equip a kit to gain new ground combat abilities. Press C to crouch. Crouching is a defensive bonus against ranged attacks, but increases damage from melee attacks.
Brother! I won't let them get away with this!
Press X to aim your weapon. Aiming your weapon gives a bonus to damage. You can revive fallen bridge officers with resuscitation. If you're defeated, you can call for help. Any active bridge officer will rush to revive you.
More guy. We're gonna blow that thing apart, right?
Personal shield losing power.
Okay.
Enemy targets on center.
What do you mean? Oh, I'm not bored, I'm fighting. Trying to stay alive. Yep,
That
almost
was for
done.
my brother.
Yep, like I said, almost done. Oh, okay.
We need to get everyone back to the ship. There are enemy vessels inbound, and the ship is trapped in a tractor beam. Rescuing these colonists won't mean a thing if our ship is blown to pieces.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you'll find a way.
So you've escaped. How interesting. You really do intend to take this as far as you can, don't you? No matter. You cannot run from the rest of the Tal Shiar forces in the Gasco system. My only regret is that I won't be there to deal with you myself.
Getting out of here may be tougher than I thought with the tractor.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Okay.
Target's shields have failed.
I thought the rumors of you defeating the Tal Shiar were just that. Never been so happy to be wrong.
Okay, well, that's good. Hmm.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Battleship inbound!
Titan's rebellion is doomed.
Do you think you can actually win?
Okay.
Warning, ship is under attack.
That'll show those Tal Shiar what happens when they cross us. If I see that Hakeev again, I'll make sure he loses more than an eye. I can't thank you enough for the help back there. I don't have much left now that Leios is gone. I'm good with a weapon, and I know my way around the ship. I'd be honored to stay aboard and help you fight the Tal Shiar.
Okay, let's leave the system.
We had to expect this eventually. The Tal Shiar are actively moving to stop us from gaining more followers, and even Hakeev is involved. The bad news is that we lost Gasco Station. The good news is that the Tal Shiar is taking our movement seriously. That means we're gaining momentum. I'm going to talk to Titan. I think it's time to take real steps toward freedom.
Yeah.
Greetings. I have...
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Get everything else. Yep, I ended up go getting some lunch. Get everything else. As you can see, I'm part of the team. Again, like I say, you got a team for 4 hours. So as you can see, I had completed it. So I got 400 points today. You have to change the 5 different platforms, 250 total. And then you need to watch somebody for 4 hours. So you see, I pretty much got everything completed. I'm pretty much now level 8, honest to 9 on this. But yeah, like I said, we got a computer that's being given away. So, yeah. And as you can see, in 3 hours and 30 minutes, this thing will be resetting again. So yeah, another grind away. But as for the Delta Recruit, yes, if you make a Romulan character and go through the Romulan side, yes, you'll get a little bit more as to what happened and why we're dealing with the Iconian. Because a certain person on the Romulan Empire basically caused the whole Iconian situation. I'm not going to get her name away because she is just a pain in the ass. But yes, a certain Romulan person caused the whole Iconian situation. But, you know, if you do the Romulan, you get a lot more background story as to what's going on while you're trying to, you know, grow your Romulan character, grow your fleet, this, that, and all. So yeah, make a Romulan character and you'll get a little bit more. Alright, well, here's our ending. Yep. Okay now, well thank you for watching my video, or watching my stream. Please go to those links, follow me, click on them, hit that and all, get more info. That's what I do, hit that and all. So thank you again for watching my stream, and I will see you next time. Bye now. Alright, and like I said, if you want to support me, please go to my Patreon if you want to support me. Otherwise, please check out those other links, and I will see everyone tomorrow. Bye now. Bye, baby girl. Yep. What do you do?